What's up, guys? Today I want to talk to you guys about the country that I grew up in, Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is a country that's formerly part of the USSR, so it has a lot of influence from Russia, even to this day. Language, food, politics, who knows what else. It's really influenced by Russia. In the food part, they're really influenced by giving us dishes like pelmeni or borscht. A big part of the Kazakh and Russian diet together are meat and starches. The Kazakh foods that are really prominent in the country are plov, bishparmak, and manty. I know I have a weird and specific taste in food, so I might like a lot of these things, but these things might be a little weird to you guys. I've eaten dog there, I've eaten horse there, I've eaten lamb's head there. It's all really gross sounding, and some of it can be distinguished tastes, as you put it. But in all honesty, food, it really interests me, and they have a really interesting variety in food. Most food dishes there are made in giant bowls or metal bowls. I'm not quite sure what they call it in English, but they're called kazans, which is just a big metal bowl that they put under a flame, and that's usually what they cook plov in. Next is the language. Because Kazakhstan is really influenced by Russia, the main language there is predominantly Russian. So if you speak Russian, then you can get across in Kazakhstan. The second language there is the national or traditional language there called Kazakh. I could be wrong here, but I think Kazakh is a Turkish language. But since I grew up there, I know Russian fluently. I can read, speak, and write it. With the Russian language, because there's so many harsh noises, sometimes people think we're just saying really angry things, but we're actually not. Я очень рад ты здесь. Because in Kazakhstan the Russian language is so predominant, I actually don't know any Kazakh because of that. I may know a little bit of words here and there like zhok or bolmayda or istuk, but yeah, anyways, they're both really interesting languages. The people there are definitely different than the people here in America. Kazakh people are traditionally or historically nomadic people, which means that they take up their house and they move wherever their livestock moves, or move to a better place for their livestock. Because of that, they live in a house called a yurt. Yurts are pretty much just really wide, I guess, Indian tents. No matter what house the Kazakh people live in, they tend to be really hospitable. They greet you at the door, they ask you to come in, take their shoes off. That's a big cultural thing. And they serve you the best meal that they can give you, no matter how rich or poor they are. Another thing that they do is if they ever notice that your glass or your plate or your bowl is empty, then they fill it up right away. Sometimes they don't even ask, which is not rude in their culture. It's actually being really hospitable in their eyes. Because of the influence of Russia, the Kazakh and Russian people that live in Kazakhstan can be really straightforward, and to Americans can come across as being rude. But they're not being rude, unless they are. Most of the time they aren't though. Overall, they're really nice people, and I love being around them. As far as where I lived in a city called Almaty, which, if you put it into the Kazakh language, would be pronounced Alma-Ata, which actually means the father of apples. The apples there are really good. Almaty is the former capital of the country and is quite large. You could say that I lived in the city part of Almaty at the foot of the Tian Shan Mountains. Almaty is a beautiful city. Oh my goodness, and the candy and chocolate in Kazakhstan is amazing. Here are some of my favorite Kazakhstan candy and chocolate. This one's called a korovka. It's a small little caramelized brick of sugar amazingness. This one here is the national chocolate bar of Kazakhstan, respectively with the Kazakhstan flag right on the cover of the chocolate bar. And here's a few more of Kazakhstan candy and chocolate. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're to this part of the video and you stayed to the end, then you are awesome. Thank you so much. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, please go give it a thumbs up. I think the thumbs up button is like somewhere. It's somewhere. If you've been on YouTube, you know where it is. If you guys are at all interested in any other part about Kazakhstan, just comment down below of what specifically you want to know, and maybe I'll do another video about it. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.